Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be using this Colorado Craft Company Lovely Legs Fabulous Witch stamp. We're not going to craft with this. We're going to make three. I'm going to stamp and color three of them, but we're going to do some tags. No, we're going to make them ready to become tags. Oh, we got a little bit of some inky boo left over. Let's clean this up. All right, there we go. My cat is about to be put in his little crate because he keeps being a cat. Being a cat, that's all. So we've used this stamp before. I want to say 2 years ago, maybe. This is a photopolymer stamp. It smells photopolymerish. Okay. It is very photopolymerish. So we're going to use our VersaFine ink. I don't have my VersaFine ink. Oh no. Oh no. I have some, but not the one I need. That is crazy. I don't know if my son was over here, but some stuff was on the floor. And I only saw one stamp on the floor, one ink pad. It was the green one. So we're going to use this one for now. This is the Morning Mist. The thing about photopolymer stamps is that they will pick the paper up and lift it. So I can't really be playing around with the stamp today. I'm not in the let me fix it kind of mood. Gray will work for what I'm going to do today. I'm just going to color her up. But I'm going to need my um, real ink. Not saying that the gray isn't real ink, but I'm going to need the black ink because it's still lifting. Okay, so this is with gray. Okay, that's gray. We're only doing three. Okay, so we're going to stamp and color this gray one. And I have some metallic color pen markers. I think I went to I got some more coloring books. Let me just say that. I got more coloring books because Thanksgiving break is coming, winter break is coming, and my son and I got him a coloring book and I got me a coloring book, one of the coloring books that I use. So hopefully he'll color with me. And so I'm gonna let him pick I got two. I got him one and I got me one, same one. I'm gonna let him pick. You see, it's still lifted up even with the VersaFine Nocturne being a little bit looking, I should say, it looked more ink filled. I don't like saying juicy, but it looked more like it had more ink on it in the pad. I have not been able to locally find VersaFine inks. This was a Joann thing that I could go into Joann's and get it. I haven't been able to find it at Michael's yet, and Hobby Lobby no. Hobby Lobby doesn't always have the latest stuff that they have. And I don't know how you feel. Did I put this on backwards? No, no. I don't know how you feel about what I'm about to say. Shipping and handling is not my friend. After I've did some Prime purchases in the past, I like free shipping, but I don't want to spend $100 to get free shipping when shipping is $5. and I'm only spending, $20, $30. I'd rather do the $5 shipping than get the $100 free shipping because it's not free at that point. I spent $100, and I'm under the impression that these companies have some sort of you spend X amount of dollars, you get something free. So we got our two other pieces stamped out. We're not going to use those. We're going to put them with our little boo cards. Um, I'm going to be using this Sheffield Home Goods color pencils. They are all black. They come in just a little, what are these called? Eggshell? Egg? Somebody. They look like this. Plain, nothing else is on them. And we're not going to even use all of them, but I want to give it some pops, just a few pops. So I've used these color pencils before, but I'm not quite sure on what I use them on and if I remember the quality. They feel scratchy like regular color pencils, not anything fancy. Whenever I say fancy, I think of Reba McEntire, Fancy song. I don't know why. I do, cause it's a good song. That's why. Um, Too bad it's about like heartache though, heartbreak, pain, triumph, and overcoming stuff, right? A lot of songs are like that. But Fancy also reminds me of Forrest Gump. Jenny, her character, and what she endured as a little girl. And it's a book, not a book, a passage that I read when I was in high school about a girl who had mental problems, and her mom was trying to get rid of her. So her mom kind of like sold her, left her in the bar, and that's what it reminded me of as well. So it's three things that I associate those three things to. They all mean something different, but because I didn't hear fancy when I was a little girl, I heard it when I was older. I should have put a green stripe right there, but I won't. The old me would have been like, we're gonna color these in different colors. But I think we might just do two colors. I was gonna tell y'all I haven't seen Wicked before. The movie Wicked. So I don't know anything about any references to anything at all. All right. This green is not as bold as I thought it was gonna be. And these aren't neon colors, even though that's the label. It says neon color pencils. I have some more color pencils and markers that I want to do some reviews on. Not a bunch of I didn't go out and buy a bunch of fancy anything, but I saw some and I was like, ooh, let's try these. It's so interesting how we as people see people create something and want it, and then when you get that, you don't use it. I think that's another reason why I have a fear of giving things to people, but I also know that I like to cherish the things that people give me. I appreciate, them thinking that. But a lot of people are like, "Oh, you do this? Oh, I need this, or I want this," and then you get it, and then you make it, you put in all that love and effort into it, and then they don't use it. It could be off-putting, very off-putting. Or you go out of your way to do certain things for people, and they really don't appreciate it. So this is supposed to be like a lace top. I'm not there yet, y'all, on creating that illusion, so I don't know how to do it. Maybe if I use this screen. These aren't neon either. I gotta start working on my son's Halloween costume. I have to go to the doctor today. So I went yesterday and they told me to come back today. Just I was in a state of paranoia. I had to talk myself out of it. I was just very frazzle razzle for no reason. All because I created this illusion of what was going on in my head. And I started projecting it into my thing. And this morning when I woke up, I was like, see, you got stressed out for nothing. I was very like, when I tell you I was on edge yesterday for no reason, I was on edge for no reason. Even though it was a valid thought, it wasn't a valid reason to be doing that. My cat has been trampling over my things lately, knocking stuff over, just being, a cat. So I have to be mindful of that. I'm just counting down four spachos. I'm counting. It's not working. I need to fix it. So it's Friday. My son's going to be all over trying to play the video game day. And you know what? Today, I'm not fighting it. Not at all. I want to get a few things done in the house. And so if that's what you feel is best. But I have to, after I leave the doctor today, I need to go to the grocery store. I need to get things because tomorrow I have to do his hair because Monday's picture day. I'm just going to turn her this way. And I want to take down his hair, wash it, and comb it. And he's like, not a lot of plaits. I'm like, no, sir. We're getting something done to this hair. He has severe shrinkage when I allow it to be in thicker plaits. Of course, because it's not in its most stretched state. Wait, what's going on with this one? All right, so her hair, let's make it. I was trying to just use these colors, y'all, but you see, we had to pull out that other Crayola brown. It's like my go-to crayon, color pencil, I should say, not crayon. I think I paid for $1 for these, $1.99. I would not recommend them because they're not neon. As far as just regular color pencils, they're doing a great job, a wonderful, awesome job, but they are not neon. I'm waiting on some Black Friday craft sales from a few of these companies, and I wonder if they're going to do anything. They haven't had a lot of sales, and I think it's hard to do when your stuff is made in other countries. But I want to say these are made in the states. I want to say these are made in the states. I'm not quite sure, but some companies have things in China, and the tariffs and the taxes are rough. And it's so interesting. I had went on to Temu looking for a few things, and like I said, I was very excited that the prices were pretty decent. But you know what wasn't? The shipping, and so I did not get it. And then yesterday, I logged on to something and was looking at something, and I got a Temu ad because they had said they were going to stop aggressive marketing, and people were very anti Temu, but they sell other stuff that I, I don't think is copywriting, like beads. They sell string. You can't really copyright string. You can copyright the way it's made and apply and things like that if you're the only person that does it. But in general, you can't copyright string. All right, so let's get this skull out the way. I'm gonna do yellow first, and then I'm gonna go over with a brown. Then yellow again. I want it to be more like a gray. I forgot the man's mandible. Ladies. Maybe she's looking for the rest of their body to do a spell and bring them back. All right, now let's see if this color, can we get away with this color being her skin? Actually, let's see. The reason why I said I have never seen Wicked is because, spooky season is almost over. Can you believe that? It just started. But my references of witches and the things that I'm doing don't come from that show. Or even Wizard of Oz or The Wiz, anything like that. It just comes from television watching more so than anything. I think these are gloves. I'm gonna leave them as gloves, I think, yeah. This yellow is anti-yellow, y'all. What does that mean? Well, it's not blending. And I never bought these color pencils saying, oh yeah, this is gonna be a good thing to blend. They say they're neon, and that's what I was hoping for. You see any neon? No. All right. She doesn't have to have what we consider normal skin tone. She could be getting ready to turn into her natural form if she's a witch that can transform into different things. So we're going to go with the green over here. I do hope that y'all are having a good week. It's Friday. I'm so excited. Yay. You can't tell her that she's not matching, darling. So I've cut the paper down 3.5 by 6. Um, just to give us some good working room in case we did want to come back and fussy cut this out, I guess, and throw it on a card, which we will not be doing. Um, but in general, let's go ahead and color her hair a little bit darker. Same color, just going over it a little bit more harshly. There we have it. We have our project for the day. Some more tag pieces to go inside of some upcoming work. I haven't did the other work, but I want to do the pieces. So, yep, I hope that you are enjoying this. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And until next time, happy crafting.